was one evening, I had a colleague from my town in the same school with, and we both were braiding our hairs. So when we came, school reopened and we came to grade 7, and we were told you can't bring your grown hair to grade 7 upwards. So we needed to go and cut our hair. So that evening I came to the house, I cried. I stayed with my grandmother, so she took us both to barber salon and they cut our hair.
My name is Dr. Latoya Brackett. I have a PhD in Black Studies from Michigan State University. I came to Ghana first in 2009 on a study abroad, and fell in love with it. And I've kept returning over the years. And it was around 2018 that I realized that the hair stories were changing here in Ghana.
When the two boys, Tyron Magai and Oheneba Nkwabia, were given an ultimatum to either cut their locks or forfeit their place at the Achimota school.
The parents say they are waiting an official letter from the school before they take their awards back.
Would find a proper way to welcome these children, because the rejection is damaging to their morale.
The decision to choose Achimota School was based on proximity and the quest to be in the mixed school.
Are you ready to pull this down just to be in Achimota?
No.
Why?
Because I'm Rasta and that is my culture, that's my way of life.
It's still a mystery why they do that.
Why they do what?
Why they do shave girls' hair.
I had to cut it when I was in, should I say, class 6.
So my grandma advised my mom to cut my hair. I don't know why, and my mom doesn't also know why.
So before I got to preschool, I had to cut down my hair.
Within our setting, there is the belief that when you have that on, it becomes difficult to concentrate in class, and then headaches and all that. Yes, when I was going to JHS1, we had to cut it off.
No school has actually come out to give a tangible reason why ladies are supposed to shave off their hair. Because even if you compare a public school to a private school, private schools still do have that academics, like high performance academic, like when it comes to that area. And shaving your hair doesn't actually mean you'll be a low performer or a high performer. Like, there's nothing like that there. So it's still a mystery why ladies are supposed to shave off their hair.
They should have a policy. We can say that, okay, you are not supposed to put on wig when you are in senior high school. You can braid your hair, but not with colors. There should be a system where each student can have their own style. They can do any hair that they want, but not to the extreme.
From primary school to senior high school, so elementary school to high school, what we call it in America, girls are not allowed to touch their hair and brace their hair because they have to crop it all the way down to go to school. So for 12 years, at least, they're not able to learn their texture, how to manage it, how long it will take to manage it, what would allow for them to be able to do it swiftly. Why should a young woman or any child have to cut their hair a certain way in order to have access to school or access to jobs?
I think if I had kept my hair from grade 4 till now, I think I would have been very perfect with caring for hairs, because at that time, though I was little, my mom was teaching me how you comb it, how you're going to style it when you comb it and all that. So I think I would have been very perfect if I had kept my hair throughout high school and then junior high school.
In a way, they are trying to take something precious from us. But I think from our setting too, most ladies in the secondary school do not actually see anything wrong with shaving their hair, just a few. Because the society have seen it as a norm.
I found thus far is that a lot of, at least the younger women that I'm talking to, because I've spoken to like 20 to 30-year-olds, right, so far, is that they want to embrace their natural hair, but it's just too time consuming. So that is like the one thing that I've noticed is people, I just don't know how to do it. I don't know it takes too long. They say that it's too coarse, or here they call it hard, but in America we would call it too coarse.
I love natural hair, and I really wanted to stick to it, but the difficulty that comes with it was the only issue why I moved from natural to permed.
Grew it natural for 2 years, and then I decided to try permed hair because I looked at people with perm hair and I felt like, oh, perm hair is nice, it's easy to comb, you can style it easily, and then I decided to perm it and try.
For the chemicals that are introduced to our hair when we are to permed, I learned it has a bit of side effects. Yes, I learned that, but I'm really considering that, but I've not really seen any other chemicals that could give me the same result. So I know, maybe someday I'll switch back to natural.
There's so much more to learn, but I would say that women do have stories about their hair, and I think that no one's ever just sat down to listen to it. I see this research as what I hope to be associated with, right? I see this research as something that has been done in the States. Like I said before, we talk about black hair in white places, but we don't talk about black hair in black places. We have some really wonderful texts that talk about the history of black hair that start from the continent, but then really focuses in on African American experiences. We don't have those experiences of black women in black places, right? And so I began in Ghana with a survey to gauge more so, 200, 300 plus people to be able to gauge what is the general hair story of Ghanaian women, right? And what are they all kind of experiencing? But then also getting those focus groups and talking about some of the issues that some of the women experience, and then being able to share it with everyone in, book format, but also documentary, because I know that we're in a digital world. Almost every woman has said that YouTube has been a place where they're learning about their hair. So if we can do something that's very accessible, which is video, we can talk about this. So I have a lot of grand ideas of where this research can go. I don't want it to just be something written and put on a shelf. I want it to be something practical and understanding. So